Alright, what's up everybody? How you guys doing? Or should I say, how's everybody doing on this Monday? What's up everybody? How you guys doing? Hunter first one here, followed by Pixie Bell, saying hey Baldy. Rude. What's up, what's up? We got Tom Luckman in here. What up, everybody? Let's get a tweet out. We gotta begin nice and quick today. We'll say, dearest Ed Marvel champions. Hulkbuster got buffed. Huh? Well, buff him more. I am now live. Okay. Tweet. We got some Hulkbuster content. Not rude, just reality. Yeah, I guess so. We got some Hulkbuster content made. I was having some issues with the render, so yeah, it'll have to hit tomorrow morning. But I did mess around with Hulkbuster. We're not going to be testing him tonight. Tonight I need to get on the unit grind so that I can make sure I have enough units to do whatever I need to do in 6.4, you know. Lekker's Bodyguard sending over 2 saying happy birthday, slap it with the cake. Lekker's Bodyguard, thank you for the 2, man. Appreciate it, dude. Slap. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Let's get some cutoffs going. Hold on. Let me see what this guy even went for. What this mother ducker even went for. Okay. So here were my cutoff predictions. And it seems like I was close, but just slightly off on the duck. So a 5-star duck went for about 32.5. We'll put it at 33. 4-star duck went for 5.8, so we'll leave that alone. And Elsa went for about 2.06, which is interesting because I could have sworn someone told me they got Elsa for like 1.7. But I don't know, maybe they were not in the veterans bracket or something, or maybe we just don't have all the info. Sometimes that happens. So there's some cutoffs if you're curious. All right. Dragon sent it over 2 saying congrats on itemless success. Thank you, Dragon. Abyss next. Are you saying itemless Abyss? Because that's still pretty far away, I would say. 6.4 is the next realistic thing on the list to do. Douglas sent over 2 pounds as well, saying congrats on 6.2 clear. Nice job. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's been a lot of congrats lately, so yeah, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. 12.5% to Master Hobbit. Mastering Hobbit, you say? Yeah, I want to master Hobbit. What's up, dude? What's up, Hobbit? Alright, let's get started, man. Let's get to it. Got to do a little bit of an energy dump. What do we got here? Oh, level up. Okay. Neat. Let's claim this free crystal. You can use CAT's 6.4 maps to do a Legends run. I may. Oh, I hope I didn't imply that I was going to do 6.4 item list, because I'm probably not going to do that. Cat did make some sweet maps. I haven't got a chance to really look at them yet, but they look pretty awesome. Still kind of planning out what I want to do for the run, if I'm going to be doing a Legends run or just a casual playthrough. But man, it kind of sucks watching all these revives just disappear, you know what I mean? Part of me wants to just hop into 6.4 tomorrow, but I do want to give it some time to see if I want to do a Legends run or not, because yeah, I may want to, but it hurts. This hurts, guys. But anyway, let's go do an energy dump. What quest am I in? I hope it's okay. All right, never mind. Forgot I was doing this earlier. Just in like master or something. My mind is no gutter, Tommy. I was just wondering if you did something interesting with them, like put them through a hydraulic press or juggle them. What? Is that a reference to something? I'm extremely mad right now. State Idaho just closed all the school for the rest of the school year. Yeah, man. You are not alone. There's a lot of places like that. That's a bummer, though, dude. So my Dr. Doom to rank 5. He's insane. Love him so much. Damn, I wish I had a Dr. Doom. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Congrats. Thoughts on Unawakened 5-star Medusa versus Sig 126 Gold Pool? Well, I'd probably still want to go with Medusa, personally, even though she gains a lot through her Awaken ability. So she's not going to be anywhere near as strong without it, of course. But, I mean, Gold Pool, yeah, I don't think he's that strong of a champion. I think he's mostly a prestige champ. I know some people have used him for Alliance Quest. He's got some healing abilities and stuff like that. There's a stun lock trick you can do with him. And then, of course, he has the synergy for Nick Fury. So if you end up using Nick Fury a lot, well, just having a stronger synergy partner is sometimes helpful. But otherwise, I'd go with Medusa. BG, to join our Loki, what are the requirements? I don't really know. You'd have to hit up one of the officers, the leader. I'm not sure if might be a contact person in the what's it called? In the Alliance page. But I don't do any of that stuff, so I don't know. Did save my revives from expiry, but used a fair amount after all. Went into 6.2.6 and got up to champion and decided to leave it for another day. Okay, fair enough. That dude is a giant butthole, after all. Usually, what happened to your website? I mean, it's still there. It's just not there. I don't know, man. I tried really hard. I suck at programming, and yeah, that's about it, man. I'd still love to have a website. There's still, in my opinion, like, YouTube's great for a lot of things, but it's clearly not the best format when it comes to making guides and things like that. Like, oh man, it'd be a million times better to have a written format, something that you could easily organize, both from the standpoint of the person making the content and the people using the content. Like, I don't know. I would love having a written format to work with, but yeah, man, kind of suck at programming. Watch Legacy's vid on Hulkbuster. A lot of people are going to be ranking him, including me, maybe. Okay, I would maybe hold off. I don't know. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about Hulkbuster. I'm not done testing him, but I did put together a video. Honestly, he's significantly better, of course, right? Hulkbuster is way better. But I don't know, dude. His utility is... It's the type of utility that you can't always make use of. He reminds me of Mysterio is the best way to put it. Them both being tech champions and both being powerful, but feeling like they're maybe just not powerful enough. Or not necessarily they're not powerful enough, but I just feel like it's so much easier to use other champions. Like I would, if I pulled Hulkbuster on the McFabio account, dude, I'd be stoked. I'd be so stoked. I'd use Hulkbuster to go through Variant 2 because he's XL, Variant 3 because he's Tech. He does good damage, doesn't need to be awakened, all these things, right? But the reality is, I look at my roster, and I look at the champions I have ranked up, and I don't have a place for Hulkbuster. So, I don't know. It's going to depend on where you're at, the content you're trying to do, things like that. Of course, as always, it depends, right? But, yeah. If you guys want to know how I feel about Hulkbuster before I upload the content, at least. Because I did go through some things, show in the video. Yeah. Punchinator said over 5. Thank you, dude. Saying congrats on Itemless BG. Awesome feat. Thank you, man. My good news is I pulled 5-star Dr. Doom today. Now I just need your skill. With Dr. Doom, well, let me tell you, man. I don't have any skill with Dr. Doom. No, seriously, hand over the skill. Wow. This is a stick-up. We're both in the same place when it comes to Dr. Doom, probably. So, just gotta practice up with him, man. You'll be even better than me in no time. But Punchinator, dude, thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate it, man. Congrats again. World's Finest Jude's also sent it over too, saying, when's that crystal cleanup video coming out? I don't know. I haven't popped open the crystals yet, so I will probably... When I go to rank up my champions, either in preparation for 6.4 or after 6.4, when I get all those rank up materials, I'm gonna need ISO. I'm gonna need tons of ISO. And I've got some crystals to pop here, but I would also like to pop open all the other crystals that I've got. So, yeah, crystal cleanup video. I don't know exactly when, but probably sometime within the next 30 days, you know? Within the next month. Which time flies at this game, so that's like no time at all, you know? Alright, I decided not to go for Venom the Duck, by the way. I realized with the Hulkbuster beta, with the new champions, the CCP champions that I want to make content for, and then a couple of other videos that I want to make content for that are kind of time sensitive as well. I said, screw the duck. If I didn't have Venom the Duck, oh, I'd totally be grinding right now, but just for an extra 20 sig levels, nah. I'll leave that spot for someone else to grab them. Please say my name. I like hearing you in the playback. Oscar T. I'm gonna have to decline your request to say your name. Sorry. Today was a new 6-star for me. Yay. And I saw it was Electra. Boo. Yeah, you know, Electra... Yeah, I wouldn't be super psyched either, I guess. But I will say, Electra, you know, she really helped me get through one of the paths in 6.2 at least. So, it ain't the worst champion to get. I wouldn't be too bummed about it, you know. Unless you already have like a 455 5-star from pulling like skill rank up gem or something. BG, how many energy refills have you spent in Itemless Saga? Approximately, I don't know. I want to go back and try to do a rough estimate count, but I really don't even have the slightest clue. No special video for 100k milestone? Thinking about it. BG, if you could pick any champ from Endgame for kabam to put in the game, who would it be? This can include different versions of already existing characters. From Endgame? Oh boy, it's been a little while since I've seen that movie. Which character would I want to see? From Endgame. I'm trying to think, like, which characters are not already in the game that I'd want to see. The only one I could think of is... Wait, was this in Endgame or was it in... the one before? I'm thinking of, like, Black Panther's sister. I think her name is Shuri, but I'm not even entirely sure on that. I don't know. Wait, you saw Endgame? I did see Endgame, yeah, but every character that's coming to mind we already have. I'm sure there's plenty of characters in there that I'm just not thinking of, but... Stormbreaker Thor? I mean, I guess that's a different character. It's just the weapon though, right? Say a new Doctor Strange? I mean, I wouldn't mind if they added a new Doctor Strange, but... feels like it's this, I don't know. Feels like it's the same character that we already have. Happy Hogan? Happy Hogan? Who is that? Iron Spider? Was Iron Spider? Oh yeah, Iron Spider was in Endgame, right? I remember that. PG, wow, you got Shuri right. Kudos. Thanks, man. Ah, crap. Look at this. I should have picked a harder team. When you're not running suicides. Ah. I do 3 matches in this arena? That sucks. I can't wait to go back to suicides. Like, I'm keeping them off for right now. For, until the, what's it called? Content is out. Until we're allowed to post content about, the next content creator program champion. What's her name again? Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah, that's the one. Leaving suicides off for right now, and then as soon as that content is out, or as soon as I'm totally done messing around with her, suicides are going right back on. Steel sending over a buck. Steel, thank you very much. Saying, do you think that 5k 4-star shards for a legendary crystal in the Black ISO market is worth it? If you're good on ISO, yes. If you're not good on ISO, probably still yes. Yeah, like, yeah, I would do that trade every time, pretty much. I'm trying to think, like, man, if you're really hurting on ISO, is it worth taking the risk? It probably still is. Like, I mean, worst case scenario, you just paid double the amount of shards to get a 4-star, but you have a chance at a 5-star with that. So, yeah, I would say worth it. What is this, Aaron Abdo? BGA traded 4k 4-star shards for... Oh, wow. Talking about the same thing. For 2k 5-star shards. He didn't have to open a 5-star today. And guess who? Frickin' Max Sig Ability Ghost. Lame. Wow, Abdo. I know you only told me that because you know I want a Ghost. You know I'm looking for Ghost. Damn it. Big Banana is Void good unawakened. Not really. He's a good defender unawakened. His awakened ability is meaningless on defense. If the fight lasts that long that you're getting Fear of the Void when you're fighting against a Void, like, yeah, it's meaningless there. So, and he is a good defender, so you can use him there. He's also Incinerate immune, and in a pinch, you know, you could use him certain things, but you know, he really needs to be awakened. What makes Void good is the ability to like reverse healing, reverse power gain, and you pretty much need him to be awakened for that. Like technically, if you get lucky and one of your first few debuffs is like Petrify and you have the Despair Mastery max, you might be able to reverse healing fast enough before all your debuffs go away, but probably not. So yeah, one of the best champions to use an Awakening Gem on. He doesn't need high Sig level. He benefits a lot from it, but he doesn't need high Sig level. As long as you have him Sig level 1, you're kind of good to go. Gee, what are the best counters for Mr. Sinister? Just in general? Well, Void is one of them. We're just talking about him. I mean, yeah. Clarify if we're talking about with nodes, because you could really use most champions against Mr. Sinister. It's just the auto crit champions usually not ideal because he's going to heal from the crits. And champions that have lots of like a large reliance on debuffs are a little bit risky as well, generally. Damage over time debuffs, I should say, because his level 1 special will kind of throw those debuffs back at you if you're not immune. Because there are some champions that, you know, they cause bleed, but they're bleed immune, so there's no risk there, type of thing. But yeah, most champions are fine. Heal block is a nice bonus. You could use someone like a Sentinel or a Warlock or something like that. Class advantage with heal blocking abilities. Tom Luckman sending over one of them New Zealand bucks with the face. What is this? BG, people told me I wouldn't be good at poetry because I'm dyslexic, but so far I've made 3 jugs and a vase, and they are lovely. Wow. Boo. Boo. Boo, Tom. Boo. Talk to us like adults. The Hulkbuster rework is not coming to us like in the beta. Wait, what? The Hulkbuster rework is not coming to us like in the beta? What do you mean? Like he's gonna get nerfed before he hits live servers? Is that what you're saying? I mean, he might, but honestly, I'm telling, like I already mentioned it previously. I'm not all that impressed by the Hulkbuster rework. I don't. If they leave him as is, I'm not really gonna play him. I'm not gonna rank him up. Like it's impressive because it's Hulkbuster. For me, at least, that's how I feel. It's impressive because it's a huge leap in terms of, you know, him going from garbage to being a pretty good champion. But he's like a worse version of Colossus, like a significantly worse version of Colossus in my opinion. Less reliable, less damage, less tankiness, less immunities, less overall useful. Came for the boo, but I missed it and can't scroll up enough. Well, Want me to read it again? I'll read it again. Hold on. Tom. Your lucky Lord thinks you're funny. Okay. Tom's joke was, BG, people told me I wouldn't be good at poetry because I'm dyslexic. But so far I've made 3 jugs and a vase, and they are lovely. Get it? Because poetry is like pottery, but spelled. Tyler sent it over too. Tyler, thank you very much. Saying safe 4-star combo to maintain infinite streak. Which arena are we talking, Tyler? Because it varies. So the infinite streak, each arena is a little bit different. It's kind of based around the like the max level opponent that you're going to face. So in the basic arena, since you're only facing 4 stars, you don't need to use as high of champions as you would in the 4-star featured, where you could fight 5 stars. And then in the 5-star featured, since you can fight 6 stars, it's different there too. So let me know which arena we're talking about, and then I will let you know. 5-star featured arena? Okay. Alright, so that one has recently changed. And from what I hear, using 440s is no longer safe. We may need to get some additional clarification from the chat on this one, because it's been a long time since I used 4 stars in that arena. I've been only using 5 and 6s, since I haven't done a featured grind recently. But since people are now able to take up multiple 6 stars to rank 3, it kind of changes what the minimum safe round is. I imagine a team of 440s is still safe sometimes, but I hear it's not safe all the time. Which means you'd probably need to use a 550 and 2 440s or something like that. But yeah, let me know in the chat, guys. We'll get to the bottom of this. After you get infinite streak, 440s are okay. Are they? Someone told me they weren't recently here. I always think I'm in an infinite streak, but then I get a death match. How do I avoid this? Well, it's kind of what we're talking about right now. You may be on the infinite streak, but if you use too low of a team, then you get a death match. Oh, Katie's saying they are not. Using rank 1 5s is also a no-no. Well, rank 1 5s, that's always been a little bit of a no-no. If my 440s aren't getting deathmatched, when I heard 440s weren't safe, I ran my bottom 440s and got a deathmatch. Need to test where they stop being safe, or if they're just are all not safe. Okay. So yeah, it seems like some 440s are okay, but the lower PI ones are not. Uh-oh. Dun 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 dun. Lola. Oh, she's really kicking today. Yeah, so it seems like the 440s, the higher PI ones are probably fine, but the deeper down you go, may not be okay. So I guess to be totally safe, you might need a 550 and 2 440s at this point. Something like that. Tyler, thank you for the 2. Hope that's helpful at least. It's kind of annoying since it's not consistent due to some champions' PIs. I think it's their, I don't know for sure, but I think it goes by their base PI too, and not necessarily like their boosted PI. But I could be wrong on that. I don't know. The face motion, I can't. Your interpretation of Hulkbuster buff makes me worry about you. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes when Hulkbuster is live. We'll see if people are actually using Hulkbuster in real content, if he's like their player's first choice in Alliance War or Act 6 and things like that. I don't see it personally. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm absolutely not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's on the level of like... Here's the champions I compared him to in the video that I made that's just not uploaded yet. I compared him to the Carnage buff. I didn't say Gamora, but honestly I could have included Gamora. Although I think he's probably a little bit more useful than Gamora. So maybe that wouldn't have been right. Spider-Gwen buff. And Mysterio. I compared him to Mysterio. Which, like, hey, those champions are fine champions. You could do a lot with those champions. But I don't know, man. Once your roster hits a certain point, like, I just don't see where I'm gonna use him. See, he went through Variant 4 and Hulkbuster destroys it. Yeah, I could see him being useful for the variants. But the variants, you know, as challenging as they can be, they're not exactly like the top content. You know what I mean? Starfighter, Senator 15. Did I just say your full name? Star. Star, thank you so much. Saying, for Laura's sanity, either don't put me on board or pick 3 random names to put on board. Okay. I'm going to have to not put you on board then, Star. Because last time we did the random name thing, it got totally out of hand. and I couldn't even play the game. So, I'm sorry, Star. If you change your mind, I'll put you up there. But we had to make a new rule. Because it got out of hand. It got really out of hand. But Star, thank you very much. BG, should I rank up my 6-star Gulk to rank 2 or my 5-star duped Gulk to rank 5? That's a tough call, man. I think the 6-star is probably the way to go. Here's the only way I'd recommend the 5-star. If you plan on using Hulkbuster in gated content. Or if you're just hurting on the resources, because it is fewer tier 5 basic to rank up, and potentially fewer tier 2 alpha if your 5-star's already rank 4. So it is cheaper with the 5-star, but in general, yeah, since he doesn't need to be awakened, and like the 6-star would be preferable. Like, I have an awakened 5-star version and an unawakened 6-star, and I would still choose the unawakened 6-star, but I almost ranked up the 5-star instead because I was going to use him for the gated content at 6.2. So you're out of hand. Well, how dare you turn down Star? Okay, one time and one time only. We're gonna pick 3 random names. We're gonna go with the light version of Star. Starlight. It's just funny that. Oh man. Can't go with Starfighter, so we'll go with Starlight. That works out. We'll throw Lakers Bodyguard back up there. And need a short name. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. Jade Nicholas. Thank you very much. Who's talking smack about Star? I would never actually talk smack about Star. Ever. Star's the coolest. What's up, BG? Congrats on 6.2 item lists. Thank you very much, Captain Bay. So mad I missed it live, but it's awesome, man. Way to go. Thank you very much. Don't put Starlight up there? Why? Because you feud with Starlight, Tom? It's too late. Alright. I almost want to play... man. I almost want to go to the beta right now. Maybe I should go to the beta right now. Mess around with Hulkbuster. Scared of Star? I don't mess with her? Scared of Star? Why? She's so nice. I enjoy forcing hands by doing pretty much nothing but quips. It's one time only. BG starting to save for suicides. What's the order to unlock? And should I unlock all at once? Or one at a time? At the moment, only have glass cannon and haven't even unlocked willpower yet. And 980 units. Okay. Unlock willpower first. You don't need to wait on the rest of it. You could just unlock willpower. So, yeah, I would start with willpower for sure. Then, do not unlock recoil until you can unlock and max out at least one of the of either Liquid Courage or Double Edge. Which one you go with first? It doesn't matter a ton. Liquid Courage is cheaper by 1 Carbonadium core, so I usually recommend that one. But you could also just take a look at your own roster and see, like, you know, which... Do you have more bleed immunes or do you have more poison immunes? Like, which champions are using more, you know? And you could base it off of that. Or some people do only like to run the bleed, since the poison will actually reduce your healing by 30% as well. So it doesn't really matter, but just make sure that you unlock willpower first, and you don't need to wait on that one. You could just unlock it 1 point at a time. Lakers Bodyguard set it over 3. Hey man, that bumps you up to 5 anyway. Lakers Bodyguard with the the hippo going in, dude. Getting ready. It's the shark special right there, man. Lakers Bodyguard, thank you, man. Peer pressure works. I guess so. Hold on. Okay. Alright, you guys want to go to the beta? We'll go to the beta. I hate playing... I'm so tired of the arena without suicides anyway that we'll go to the beta. And I will show you a little bit of what I'm talking about, how I like Hulkbuster, but I probably don't like him nearly as much as he's getting hyped right now. So, yeah. Karate Mike, what's up, dude? Took 6-star Mole Man and Electro to rank 3 and Jane Foster to 565 at Hulkbuster Beta. I'm drunk with Power BG. Drunk with it. Nice, dude. Now there's some rank ups right there, man. Those are some rank ups. Um, I actually tested Hulkbuster in 6.1 in the Crossbones boss, which was kind of cool. I don't know why I'm bringing that up now instead of just saving that for the video, but yeah, that'll be in the video. One of two, signing over one of them Canadian bucks. Thank you very much, man. I don't see a last message, so I'm guessing that's just a buck to send over a little support. Thank you very much. Yuki sent over 3 of them Polish bucks as well, saying Hulkbuster buff is solid, but I'm not going to take him to rank 3 as a 6-star instead of Ghost or Warlock. Yeah, I would hope not. Yuki, thank you very much. Like, I wouldn't even take him to rank 2, really. Shows how much he sucks. He doesn't suck, okay? Alright? Maybe it's sounding too negative, but he doesn't suck. Oh, one of two. Here's a comment from you. Channeled my inner itemless BG today and didn't exam and got an A+. Dude. Nice, man. Congrats. Good stuff. Alright, I'm going to hide the screen for a second. I don't think it shows any info when switching over to the beta, but just in case. Your last Baldy. Oh, was there a last to read? Naked's Bodyguard? Peer pressure works. It's the only one I see. Besides the how dare you turn down star, which I went back. Was there a different one, Naked's Bodyguard? One of two sent over another one of them Canadian bucks. Saying triumph, baby, triumph. Nice, man. Yeah, that's good stuff, dude. Congrats again on the A+. That is something I was never good at, which was school. But good stuff. Okay, so I tested both with and without suicides. But right now I have them off. So I will leave them off for right now. And I'm going to make an assumption and say that I'm sure some of you have seen some Hulkbuster stuffs, but probably not all of you. So I'll explain a little bit how he works. There is another one. Hold up, I'll send it again. Weird, man. I didn't see another one. Unless it was at someone else, because I did see a message at someone else. Which was at Sean. Havoc, Venom the Duck, and Colossus don't need the Awakenings, so that's a badass team. Yeah, that's the only other one I see. Yash sent it over 40 rupees. Thank you very much. Saying, are Suicide's better or Seaton's 2020 main accounts? Huh? Are Suicide's better or Seaton's 2020 main accounts? His masteries on his main account? Well, here's the thing. The masteries you run, it's masteries are just a way to enhance the champions that you're using. So there is no one best mastery builds. You gotta customize your masteries based on the champs you're using. So sometimes Suicide Masteries, they're just the best option for your champions, and sometimes they're a horrible option. So yeah. Alright, here's Hulkbuster without any synergies. And a little bit of his abilities here. He's 565, he's you know, fully awakened, Sig 200. Not that his Sig ability matters a ton for the fight I'm about to do, but I will talk about it very briefly here for a moment. I've never really been a fan of the you gotta dip below 15% health to activate the healing. When you overpower content, it's for the most part, okay. Because you're not going to just instantly die when you hit that 15% threshold. But, dude, in a lot of content, you're not even going to see that healing. You're just going to get wrecked. As soon as he goes, it depends, Pixie, every time. Oh, jeez. Get out of here. Oh, dear Lord. Tangents. Lakers Bodyguard. Oh, wait. What kind of key opens bananas? A monkey. That was your last one? Oh, jeez. Boo. Okay. Legacy C, Enrich the Man. Katie already loved the Hulkbuster buff beta. Okay. It's fair enough, you know. I'm going to offer a different opinion here. And like I said, I'll say it one more time. This is the last time I'm going to say it. I think he's cool. It's just, if you already have a developed roster, you're not going to... most people are not going to pick Hulkbuster over the champions that they likely already have ranked up. I think that's going to be the reality of the situation. Just being real with you guys. He's good. He's capable of clearing some difficult content, but other champions are just better. But he's good. I like him, you know. But okay, some of the things I don't like. I'll point out some of the things I like and don't like. So the Awaken ability, I don't really like it. Yep, it'll be helpful sometimes, but sometimes you'll die before it activates. I wish it was 25% health instead of 15% health. Would make it a lot better in my opinion. BG hates Veronica? Who's Veronica? Oh, Veronica Mark II, that's the name of the suit. Okay. Alright, abilities. So he has two different modes basically. Not going to read through word for word, but he has two different modes. He has a Giant Buster mode when you're attacking with him, and then he has the Iron Wall mode if he's on, you know, if you're fighting against Hulkbuster, if he's the defender. He gains a little bit of armor when he dips below 15% health as well, but you could also see like the amount of armor that he gains is actually not that much. He's not that tanky of a character. His block proficiency is a little bit on the low side, and he doesn't gain a crazy amount of armor, so he's not like a glass cannon or anything like that where he dies super quick, but he's also not super tanky the way that Colossus is. When fighting non-cosmic champions, then your armors get some additional benefits here. Some energy resistance, which is actually a pretty significant amount, because offensively, you'll almost always have 2 armor ups. A little bit of crit damage rating, which is pretty insignificant. Again, you're likely going to have 2 armor ups, so that's really not a whole lot of crit damage rating. The opponents suffer a little bit of crit damage rating loss, but it's not a ton. The incoming bleed and poison debuff potency does not affect suicide masteries, and I'm going to show that in the video of how good or not good that is. When struck by critical hits, you consume one of your armor ups to inflict a shock. Shock is not that much damage. I don't know. This is a 565, you know, 1600 damage. When you're hit by something, I'd rather just keep the armor up personally, but so your shocks also increase your damage output. Alright, we can get to a fight. Basically, the shocks increase your damage output, and he also has a pretty beefy armor break. That what's it called? He has a pretty beefy armor break on his special. I'll show that real quick, actually. So, heavy attacks inflict shocks, which boost your attack. And then specials, look at the armor break. 3150 armor for 20 seconds. That's a lot. It's a lot of armor break. Keep in mind that the opponent has to be open to being armor broken, so they can't be debuff immune, otherwise Hulkbuster is essentially useless. And if you can't parry to get your shocks, it's also difficult to increase your damage. He's not useless, but like of all the things I've pointed out so far, how many of those things look like they're crazy useful for content? There's some other things that I did not point out. Wasn't Hulkbuster done by the guy who took your $5? Can your opinion really be trusted? That's fair. So the special one stuns. Special 2 will power lock and can actually power drain. And the special 3 power drains, inflicts shock, and you're unblockable too. Alright, let's go. Let's do a fight. This is without suicides. So, like I said, the damage comes from shocks. It increases your attack on the opponent, so you want to get off as many heavy attacks as possible. I don't know if it's worth doing the heavies over building, just doing like a 5-hit combo to get started. But what you'll see a lot of people do is you'll build to a special 2, and then you want the opponent to block, actually, which he's not cooperating with right now. Way to like maximize his damage. Oh, I messed that up. Oh, here we go. Get him backed up against the wall. Power drain him. Then you can do these heavy attacks. And the damage is really nice for that burst. Do the same thing here. Get him to block. Okay, power drain. Some more heavy attacks. Kind of do the same thing here again. I mean, if we do it, if we get him, all right. Let me show something. We'll do this like in the middle of the map. All right. So we'll drain him here, and then well, we can't do the heavy attacks because he has to be up against the wall for that to work out. So it's a little bit dependent on that. Notice I'm already like 65 hits in at the moment, and most of these are heavy attacks. Colossus, this fight would be like over with already. Oh, I was talking. I forgot to do the heavy attacks there. Whoops. This is not going to reach, is it? No. It's... So one of his main selling points, I would say, is his ability to just deal damage. Like, we don't have to do just the like stacking heavy attacks up against the wall thing. Just the fact that the opponent has that armor break. Like I said before, it's a pretty sizable armor break. So you notice his damage output, when he crits at least, the crit numbers are not too bad. If he's not blocking, then we don't power drain him. Which means you can't safely do a heavy attack. Now, if you're thinking, hey, wait a minute, I watched somebody else do this, and the fight went way faster than this. I'm actually just going to let him punch me right now. Hulkbuster is not a suicide-friendly champion. He doesn't have any immunities. But he benefits a lot from the additional attack from the suicides because of the armor break that you'll have on the opponent. The armor break amplifies Hulkbuster's damage, and it does so in a different way than just adding on attack. So when you have a big damage source like the armor break, and then you multiply that with all the extra attack you have from the suicides and the additional attack from what's it called? The shocks on the opponent, stuff like that, then damage output could be pretty good. But if you can't combined all those things, like I'll go toss Suicides on right now, and you'll see this fight will be over in, I don't know, 65 hits or something like that. I also don't have any synergies on the team, so we can add synergies too, but... Yash sent over 100 rupees saying, are BG and Seaton are the Void and Sentry because he spent 50k and he spent nothing over the course of the game, the sworn enemies of the MCOC. We're not actually enemies, man. I'm happy that people spend. When people spend, that means I can continue playing for free, so yeah. Thank you for the 100 rupees though, dude. I'm assuming you're joking, but I know not everyone will take it as a joke, so I gotta give a serious answer sometimes. But alright, let's go toss Suicides on. Keep in mind, we don't have any immunities. Alright? The damage reduction from the resistance that you get from the armor ups, it does not affect the Suicide Masteries. It affects the... it affects future bleeds and poisons. And I will show you a quick example of it not being good enough, too. You need it just does not replace full-on immunity. So yeah, but alright, Suicide Masteries are on. I'll leave the points out of Assassin just because I didn't have them on before, but I mean, I didn't even get him down to Assassin's range before I kind of gave up last time, but I could increase his damage a little bit more if I put those points in, but whatever. We're going to leave those out for right now. Mark Campbell sending over $1. Thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it, man. Saying, hey, BG, just joined, but I'm sure you didn't miss to congratulate Enzo on becoming the #1 player in Switzerland. What? I didn't even realize that. He's the #1 player in Switzerland? Well, that's awesome. How do you look that type of thing up? How do you look that up in game? But that's awesome. I didn't realize that. I'm gonna have to send him a message later. Mark, thank you very much for the $1 though, man. I do appreciate that. Okay. It's supposed to affect Suicide Masteries. That's a bug. Pretty sure I read that on the good old forums. Did you? Because the way it's worded makes it sound like it's not a bug whatsoever. It says, incoming bleed and poison debuffs suffer negative 25% potency, and this is per armor up when fighting non-cosmic champions. Keep that in mind, too. When fighting cosmic champions, you aren't getting that bonus regardless. But you suffer the suicide damage before even gaining the armor up, for one. And two, incoming, to me at least, it sounds like it implies that like self-inflicted is not part of that. I can check the forums really quick to see if it's a bug before we go do this fight. Let me see. I don't see any follow-up posts. Well, hold on. I guess I'm only in the spotlight right now. Maybe there's a... I don't see anything, but I could just be missing it. So, let's get out of that for right now and go do the fight. Okay. UGC is so cool. You must get a thrill when people mention you and him in the same sentence. Keep it up. Thank you, Dale. Yes, he's very cool. Alright. So now I have the Suicide Masteries on. I My damage output will be much better. But, unfortunately, not very friendly. I have 3 out of 3 coagulate. So, that is helping significantly here. But, the recoil... nothing I can do about that. I want him to block right now. Okay, good. Okay, I want him to block again. Good. Want him to block again. Good. Oh, taking a few hits there. Unfortunate. Okay. Slight mistake at the end there. But still, 68 hits. This is without... I'm still missing those points in Assassin. I'm not using any synergies. He's powerful with the suicides on, but you gotta pay the tax, man. You gotta pay the recoil tax. So think about other champions like Cole Obsidian, who are also very powerful, but they pay a little bit of a health tax. Now Hulkbuster, he comes with some built-in healing if you get him low enough and stuff, but if I switch now to like Colossus or something, which has an easier rotation to get down and everything, a more realistic rotation, because I'm just screwing around in Realm of Legends. If you guys think you could reliably get the opponent up against the wall, and you're willing to attack into their block to power drain them and things like that. Like in real content, in Alliance War content, in like Deep Act 6 content and stuff like that, sometimes it's gonna work. Sometimes it's not gonna work. So okay. But yeah, I was sending over 40 more rupees saying it was only joking and it meant you two are opposites. Yeah, I figured you were, man. Thank you very much for the 40 rupees. Appreciate it. Yellow Jacket helps, like, a lot. Yellow Jacket does help. But I don't really want to put Yellow Jacket on the team. You know what I mean? Like, Yellow Jacket's his best synergy. It's, where is it? Launching a special attack converts one armor up into a Fury buff, lasting 10 seconds and granting 30% attack. But I don't really want to put Yellow Jacket on the team. Stop yelling at us, Brian. It's scary. Stop yelling at you guys? Is my microphone coming across louder or something? Or do you just mean my tone? I'm sorry if it's coming across in a yelling way or whatever. Yeah, screw Yellow Jacket, dude. I don't want Yellow Jacket on the team. But we can put him on the team. We can throw in more attack synergies and make up for lack of suicides with other garbage champions. Not that we really need to, but I don't know. It's just that rotation up against the wall and stuff. It doesn't seem. It just doesn't seem too realistic. Just messing with you, Brian? Okay. You guys are messing with me too much tonight. I know I have class advantage here, so maybe this isn't the best comparison, but... Like, then I go to a champion like Colossus, who I would consider these two to be, like, somewhat similar of champions. Both kind of these tankier champions. Both reliant on heavy attacks, but one more reliant on, like, being up against the wall. Where's the other one? More of a standard play style. And if you can't get the heavy attacks off, Colossus, he still dishes out some good damage, you know? And to me, like, the clear winner is just Colossus. Now, both champions can exist, you know what I mean? I'm not saying just because because I think one is better than the other that the other, like, shouldn't exist or something. Not everyone has Colossus. In some situations, Hulkbuster will be better than Colossus, things like that, but go back to my original statement of, hey, I think Hulkbuster is cool, but I don't think he's on the level of someone like Colossus, you know? This champion is less reliant on suicides, even though, of course, he benefits from them as well, but... Oof. You got no crits there. Kind of regretting even going into this fight, since we all know how Colossus works at this point. But hey, look at that. Hulkbuster, he beat Colossus, actually. Turns out Hulkbuster is a god. GG, Hulkbuster is still poop after the buff. Oh god. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's not at all what I'm saying. People put Deadpool X on their teams, though. I mean, that's true. People do put Deadpool X-Force on their team. That is true. The amount of Hulk's Brian won't be busting. Oh, man. Are you only fighting with Fury? Wait, what? Heal synergy for everybody is better than attack boost for Hulkbuster. Yeah, exactly. Is Colossus still good without being awakened? He can still be useful. His awaken ability is pretty nice. But he could still be useful. His awaken ability, it's necessary for the longer fights. It says whenever one of Colossus' immunities protects him from an effect, he has a chance to gain armor up buff. Which that one is sometimes helpful, but in a lot of situations not as helpful as the second part, which gives Colossus a chance to convert expiring armor ups into permanent ones. You heard it here first, folks. Hulkbuster rules, Colossus drools. Yeah. Did they not open Act 6 for the beta? Nope, Act 6 is open. And by the way, apparently I'm not done with 6.2 yet, guys. We ain't done. No. Yeah, all of it's open, including 6.4. Isn't it weird that he gets more armor ups on defense? I mean, you would want that on offense, right? See, I actually think that's one of the cool things about Hulkbuster. So I think it helps to keep Hulkbuster balanced, because he doesn't get all of his abilities offensively. So you're going to run into Hulkbuster on defense, and on defense, he can gain 4 armor ups. Offensively, he can only gain 2, plus 1 for dipping below 15% health. But defensively, defensively he can gain 4. Jeez, man, these burps. Sorry, guys. He can gain 4, so you can gain full poison and bleed immunity on defense. So there's going to be situations, maybe not necessarily Alliance War. I don't think he's going to be a tough defender in Alliance War. But there's going to be questing situations where you... it's going to suck, because you're going to take in somebody that has bleed or poison damage, and it's just going to do nothing. But you could also armor break him and stuff, too. I don't think there was anything in here that prevented that. Mick the Irish Kangaroo sent it over one of them Australian bucks. Thank you very much. Saying, BG, when are you going to rank 5 Venom the Duck? Any plans to use him for them in incursions soon? Yes. I'm going to rank 5 him after 6.4, and I'm definitely going to use him in the incursions, man. I'm psyched for it. I think he's one of the best champions for the incursions. Can't say, like, absolutely best, but I think he's definitely one of the best, for sure. So I missed some stuff. What's the verdict here? Hulkbuster still doo-doo? No, man, he's not doo-doo. Abdo. He's good. It's just... I can't personally justify giving him the rank up resources over a bunch of other champions. Alright, Swashbuckler sent over 200 rupees. Swashbuckler, thank you, man. Saying thank you. I woke up today morning seeing the reviews, thinking I was crazy. Also, just did 6.4.1. Do you bleed path using only Aegon itemless? Nice, dude. And some 6.4 itemless. Nice. Never once bleeding an opponent. What a Leviathan. Yeah, dude. Aegon, dude, he's just like getting better and better. I saw, before I went live, I saw Lags and Yeet doing some incursions. Speaking of incursions, and Yeet was using Aegon, just cruising through, man. Just absolutely crushing it. But Swashbuckler, thank you, dude. Appreciate the rupees, and yeah, man. Good stuff. It's messed up. 6.4 with Legends run still being on. I know, dude. People can go and practice in 6.4. I mean, if I do a Legends run, like, what choice do I have? I mean, it's here for everybody. Like, I hate it. I actually hate it, but I will, like, if I do a Legends run, then I'm gonna take a peek through and use it as a way for scouting and testing certain things. I hate that it exists, but I mean, everybody has the option. Same thing with the beta, honestly. I hate that the beta exists. I've talked about it all before, but like the beta before 6.4 is released, kind of thing. But anyway, Bushido Brown sending over a pound, saying beta itemless? Beta itemless? Are you kidding me? This is the place to use items, man. They're free. On the beta, everything's only like 1 gold. You buy max boost for 3 gold. You think we should have voted for OG Iron Man instead? No, man. So I'm happy that Hulkbuster was the champion they went with. BG, so if I were to rank up Hulkbuster or Warlock to rank 5, who deserves the resources? Warlock, dude. Hands down. Not everyone, though, have to be in the beta and not done a run. That's true. Not everyone has access to the beta. I forgot. This wasn't This is kind of an open beta, but not really an open beta. And I know some people already did the run too, but I was thinking, when I said everybody, I was thinking like everyone yet to do a run. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. There's so many things I don't like about the Legends system. There's people who already do practice, even without there being a beta server existing. They just log on to a different account and practice. It's been I don't know if Kabam does anything against it now, but in the past, there was tons of people who did that. I'm not even talking about piloting or paying somebody to do the content for you. I'm saying like just for practice, and then you log back on your own account and do the content. Same thing as doing a beta or whatever, but honestly, it makes me not want to do it that much more. So since you're part of the CCP, do you have to word it more tactfully when you tell them that Hulkbuster is garbage still? Oh my god, I hate you, Abdo. Or do you just tell them that he's honestly still a dumpster fire? I gave him some feedback already. My feedback was something like, quick Hulkbuster review. Hulkbuster is alright, strong, but not strong enough to replace any of my champions. And I go on with some more details, but yeah, that's the quick. Enzo, what's up, dude? Good morning, BG. Wearing my 2019 NYCC MCOC t-shirt. Nice, man. Makes me happy. Highlight of 2019. Dude, it was a really good time, man. By the way, Enzo, I just found out that you are #1 on the leaderboards for your region, at least. Is this true? Oh, wait. I just noticed screenshot sent on Twitter. Oh, here we go. Here we go right here, man. Hold up. Dude, Enzo. Look at that, man. #1. Congrats, dude. I think what Brian is trying to say is that he thinks Hulkbuster is a lot better, good enough for progressing players to use effectively, although Hulkbuster won't be that efficient for endgame content. Yeah, basically, like, if I got Hulkbuster on the McFabio account, I would be psyched. Super psyched, man. I would love it. There's a lot of content that you could do with Hulkbuster. You can pop into the, you know, of course, all the acts up until Act 6, basically. And you can, I mean, you can use them in Act 6 too, but we'll save that for later. Let's just say, like, new account. I use them to get uncollected. I use them to beat Act 5. I use them for Variant 2 and Variant 3. And because he's a 2015 champion, as I'm using him, I might be able to rank him up with the rank up gems, things like that. And he's like a great stepping stone type of champion to get to like the ultimate absolute gods of the game, you know? But is he up there himself? I don't think so. I think he's well, exactly what I just said. I think he's good. I think he's balanced, you know? I'm just used to playing these ungodly, otherworldly, other words, super OP champions, you know? BG, so basically you're saying Hulkbuster will be good enough that you won't destroy your phone if he's your first 5-star pull anymore. Correct. I would not destroy my phone. Okay. I don't know what else to do as far as like the beta test stuff goes, because like I said, I already made some content with Hulkbuster in it. So I kind of want to, oh man, I kind of want to pop back to the live servers, but now that I'm already here. Oh, you know what I want to show you guys? Here. Let's go to... So here's a good example of why I would have a hard time justifying giving resources to Hulkbuster. Put Hulkbuster on the team. Okay. We'll put our dear friend Omega... Well, no. Whatever. We'll just Hulkbuster. We don't need anyone else. So we go into the first fight. And although I don't consider Hulkbuster to be very suicide friendly, the first fight here, 168,000 health with the suicides on, without any synergies. We'll get through this first fight. Yash sent over another 40 rupees saying, was that a clue that McFabio would be back? Hyped? Is not a clue, I'm sorry. When switching back to the main servers, it actually put me on the McFabio account, oddly enough. And I actually booted everyone from the Alliance while I was there. So yeah. But anyway, you'll see that I'll get through this fight like relatively quickly. Thank you again, by the way. This is not an opponent that I would do the wall strategy with, but it's still a decently quick fight. I'll show the L3 since we haven't seen that yet. Keep in mind this is a 565. Sometimes in the content creator Sometimes in the content creator program, we get these champions that are like rank 3s that are also fine for getting through this content, you know? Like, I think that's something that maybe will occasionally get lost in the translation as well. Like, again, not that this champion is incapable. He's very capable. But lots of champions can get through the content, you know? I'm looking for champions that can get through areas of the game that my current roster cannot, sort of thing. So, Hulkbuster good for the Abyss? I don't know. I haven't tested there. I've still never went into the Abyss. Maybe we should go into the Abyss. In no particular order, what would you say would be the top 5 best tech champions you could 565? I don't even know. We'll take a quick glance. But that's one of those it depends answers, if I ever heard one, you know? There we go. So I would definitely want a Ghost, of course, number 1. Warlock, probably number 2. Everyone else doesn't matter. No, I don't know. There's, you know, another robot couldn't hurt. Since there's lots of good tech robots between Darkhawk, 182099, and Sentinel. Stark Spidey is good for certain things. I don't know. Seriously, after Ghost and Warlock, it becomes a lot harder. But okay. So this guy has enhanced poison, but also his attack is not... It's high, but it's not like as high as some of the even deeper content where you'll see this guy with like 11, 12k attack and stuff. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to stall to get 2 armor ups. And then we'll see if the resistance is good enough to handle a fight like this. Okay, so now I have my second armor up. The first one you just get automatically at the start of the fight. The second one happens after 15 seconds. Hold on. We got some healing coming in. I don't even want to use a special because of the recoil damage. But otherwise, I would want to use a special. So he's not going to replace poison immunity. I want to, I didn't actually test the nodes to see which happens first if you get the resistance for the nodes, but do I really need to test the nodes where they just deal 100% of your health over 60 seconds type of thing? You would again want immunity or someone that can shrug off for those situations. So, I mean, I can get through this fight, and we can go to the next fight, and with Coagulate on, and with, the 2 armor ups, and even the 3rd armor up that I'll gain for dipping below 15% health, it'll be totally fine, the bleed, but this is not, the strongest of bleeds kind of thing, BG, so you're saying since seeing... Oh my god, I'm not even reading these comments anymore. Abdo, get the hell out of here, dude. Oh my god. Do you think he'll be like Gamora? Good but unused? I think he's better than Gamora. You kill A-Bomb and test against Morningstar was milder? Yeah, sure. I've done it before, but I'll show it here. We'll kill this fool real quick. BG, have you seen Vivarium? No. That's why 90% of people prefer immunities, or at least 90% resistance. Yeah, what was I gonna say? There are times where the resistances are fine, and I mean, I kind of start out my video saying, see that I couldn't even get the healing. I kind of started out my video saying dude, sometimes resistances are even preferred, because with resistances you can heal with willpower. I just realized these potions are the weak potions. These potions didn't get the update, right? Because level 5 potion is supposed to be 10k health? I was wondering why I had to use so many. Or maybe Biohazard somewhere? Well, I tested against the Crossbones boss in 6.1, which is Biohazard. So, that'll be in the video. He's like the ultimate Biohazard champion. Just melting myself away. Wow, never gave up on item list, but gives up on reading my comments. I see how it is. That's right. That's how it is. Alright, y'all. I'm slipping. Good night, BG in chat. Alright, Starlight. Have a good night. Remember the pre-12.0 cheese with max willpower Hulkbuster? Yep. Honestly, it reminded me of that a little bit when I first read his abilities. Oh, what if I only do heavy attacks? I don't have to hit him as much. I'm still melting. And the healing didn't save me. Ugh, man. I was thinking it would be faster if I didn't back out and I just kept going in like this, but honestly, maybe I should have backed out. There's not that many situations in this game that even have poison like this, but all of the ones that do have these poisons, you're not going to be using Hulkbuster for Caustic Temper. Even with the synergy that gives him a Fury. You need poison immunity. BG just took Domino up to be my first rank 5. 5 stars, she's insane. 21k bleeds on special 3. 345k damage special 2, including bleeds. Nice, man. Yeah, she's pretty nutty. The damage that she can deal, at least. Pretty nutty. Last BG, please. What is last? So, is Infinity Man better than Hulkbuster? They're just different. It's hard to say one better than the other. I think most people would probably prefer to play Hulkbuster compared to Infinity Man, because the damage is easier. It's easier to get out, but like I would. Okay, so here, let's bring them both up on Aunt May. This is a good example, actually. So Hulkbuster, post buff, you do a side-by-side comparison. People are gonna vote for Hulkbuster because he deals more damage. Easier to deal more damage. You can maybe argue that with enough plasmas or something that Infinity Man could deal more or something. I don't know. But regardless, easier to deal more damage with Hulkbuster. But if you only need damage, well, so what? There's so many other champions that deal damage. But then we have someone like Infinity Man, who sometimes you just want that cold snap immunity, which is kind of hard to come by. Sometimes you do want the ability to shrug off the bleeds or whatever with his armor ups instead of just what's it called? Instead of having the resistance. Sometimes you want, I pulled up the wrong thing. Sometimes you want the heal block from the heavy attack. I don't know. Like this champion isn't used as much as like the most common champions either. It's not he's not a replacement for someone like Ghost, but if I could only have one in my roster, well, I would probably want Infinity Man. So on the McFabio account, I would probably be more pumped to get a 5-star Hulkbuster, but on my main account here, if I'm deciding between the two, it'd be Infinity Man. That's why this game is so interesting, because it's going to be different for everybody. All right, anyway, we're at this lady. So her bleeds are not particularly powerful. Her base attack is only 5,900. I'll get some attacks in. Well, see, with her suicides on, you kind of can't tell, like... And you kind of can tell that the bleed's dealing some good damage there. But now I have 2 armor ups. And now the bleed is not going to deal much damage at all. I think I was healing from that a little bit. Yeah, my health is just slightly going up. Not enough to really heal me. If I didn't have the poison on myself, it would be a little bit of a bleed. Or, I mean, a little bit of a heal. A little bit of a noticeable heal compared to now, which is, like, barely noticeable. But again, that means you can't run suicide masteries, which his damage output without the suicides is not too special. And now I'm going to let her hit me a bunch, and I'm going to drop below 15% health, and I'll get the 3rd armor up. Keep in mind I also have maxed out Coagulate, which I would only run... Barely alive. I would only run maxed out Coagulate with Suicide. Well, is that true? Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. But now you... Well, alright, let me wait for this heal to go away. I was going to say, now you can see I'm healing a lot, but that's the heal. In the video, I take off... oh god, I'm so dead. In the video I take off Suicide so you can see it more clearly. But yeah, you can see it's a decent heal now compared to the damage I'm taking. And by decent I mean, well, it's still hardly noticeable, but it's something at least. Point is, again, not that he's a bad champion. It's just, are you going to use him in this situation, or are you going to use another champion that is either fully immune or comes with more resistance, like Omega Red? American Gods sent over a buck. Saying, would you rank 5 a 5-star Awakened Havoc or rank 2 a 6-star Unawakened Ghost, where I'm missing a 5 or 6-star Ant-Man and Wasp? Oh, it's a tough call, man. I would probably... I'd probably still go with Ghost, but... like, that Havoc's... it's not that he's bad. I just think Ghost is still that strong, even without... Ant-Man isn't really a problem. Having no Wasp hurts. The Wasp synergy is really nice for a Ghost. It's pretty much Wasp and Hood that you'd want for Ghost. If you're comfortable with Ghost, you're confident in her playstyle, then I would still go that route personally. But if you're not comfortable with her playstyle, then Havoc is not a bad choice. Is that Resident? What's up, dude? Hulkbuster regens now? On this beta, he does. But alright. So yeah, looking at his toolkit again. Or let's take a look at my 5 stars for a second. So champions that can do some special things that I would rank up over Hulkbuster would be someone like I'm thinking about if I get Archangel Awakened, even though Archangel's not a champion that I wanted to take up like right away. At this point, I've ranked up enough champions that having some more specialty options like him, if I get him Awakened, that'd be cool. If we compare Hulkbuster to Sentinel, which is a pretty fair comparison, they both have shocks on their heavy attacks. Both tech champions, both XL champions, right? I would choose Sentinel over Hulkbuster because Sentinel has the full immunities. He's a robot, which is good against Omega Red. It's good on the Delirium node, things like that. I think Hulkbuster actually has higher damage potential in the burst department compared to Sentinel, but I would still pick Sentinel for all those reasons, you know. Prophecy 508, sending over 5. Prophecy, thank you very much. Saying, hey BG, first time actually catching stream. Welcome, dude. Welcome. Thank you very much for the support, dude. I really appreciate that. Let me update the big old D. Oh, I just realized Swashbuckler sent over 200 rupees before. I always forget how much that is, but I might be screwing over Swashbuckler right now. Hold on. He might actually be the biggest D. Okay, not quite. All right. But all right. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the support and welcome. Do you think they'll nerf him? Hulkbuster? I hope they don't. I don't see any reason for them to, but we don't really know. OBG been messing around with that 565 Thor Jane Foster. Kind of really like her. Might do it on the main server. Karate Mike, you are a madman. You are a madman. BG, I'm getting good at stuff. Can you check Twitter or not a Twitter stream. Now we can check Twitter. What do you got? If it's a clip, I'm gonna have to look at that later. Because I don't know if there's sound and stuff like that that could get me in trouble with YouTube. I'm sorry, man. I'll check that out later. BG, can you do anything on beta server without affecting your main account? Yep. I already checked my crystals, though. I don't have... everything was copied over after I popped open all my crystals. I was like, oh, sweet, I could do another beta opening. Oh, nope, I can't. I mean, I could pop open these ones, but eh. There's no dungeon crystals. I was thinking, like, dude, I'm gonna pop open a ghost crystal on the, what's it called? Like the ghost, the incursion crystal, excuse me. The incursion crystal on, the main server, and then not get ghost, and then pop open an incursion crystal on the beta and get ghost, and then just cry. But they don't even give me that option, so it's good. Actually, all the resources are at 0, aren't they? Except for gold, yeah. I wouldn't have it anyway. Would you rank up Nightcrawler Awakened over Jumbo Iron Man? Well, sound is copyright, so we'll demonetize you. Or demonetize if you don't mute. Yeah, I'm just gonna watch later. But Nightcrawler over Jumbo Iron Man. I mean, I think Nightcrawler is a better defender. Realistically, I don't think either of them bring anything too special to the table in terms of questing. But I do consider Nightcrawler to be a better defender. I actually like Nightcrawler too. Offensively, I think he's pretty cool, but he's in that same boat as Hulkbuster of just not really being a necessary rank up. Should I go into the Abyss for the first time? Let's go there. Look at all these sweet rewards. Dude, it's... Should I just do a 24-hour stream to 100% the Abyss? On the beta? Using Hulkbuster only. Except for the fights where you need to use somebody else. I'll just use it at a ridiculous amount of resources. I never noticed the color on these things before. They're beautiful. Okay. Let's take a look in here. Which way is which? Which way do I go, guys, for a fight that Hulkbuster can do? Richie, can you rank up Mephisto to 565 in this beta and do some testing, please? I've always wanted to see the damage potential there. So the rank up is a little bit weird. You get like rank up gems and stuff. So you don't really have unlimited rank ups. You can like rank down champions and do some funny things like that, but I don't think you get the ISO back or something, so I can't... I have some resources that I can like do a couple of rank ups, but I don't want to give it to Mephisto, I'm sorry. Right? We go right? Okay. Usually you're able to open the universe egg on beta since it's not real. No, the universe egg is still real here, man. Or will it not open since its power expands across all realities? Exactly, dude. It won't open. So read last, please. If this is another message of stirring up garbage, Abdo, I ain't reading it. I actually said something nice, so of course you missed it. Typical. That wasn't a very impressive heal at all, actually. At least it provided me a few giggles. Not sure why I love trolling you so much. But you're always such a good sport about it. Appreciate you for being the gentleman that you are. Thank you, Abdo. Alright. What is... I don't even know these guys' abilities. Abyssal Enhancement, let's see. Each time the defender is struck while under the effect of an armor-up buff, they gain a charge lasting indefinitely. At 10 charges, the defender steals all the attacker's current power. Tech champions are immune to ability accuracy modification and nullify, unless under the effect of an armor break debuff. At the start of the fight, gain an armor-up buff. If it's removed, it'll return after 15 seconds. The reform timer won't start while under the effect of an armor break debuff. Okay. I don't know if Hulkbuster is going to be good for this guy, but... Okay. I was watching the Interceptor stream M2C on YouTube, and he was responding to chat in real time. Wonder why it's different for him. There's a low latency option. I have it set to normal latency, but there's a low latency option. In the past, I tried it. So, things changed on YouTube. You can technically still stream through the old way, which has a lower latency just by default, I think. Oh, wow, that hit me? Well, my timing on that was good. But anyway, even in the old system that had just a default lower latency, there was an option for like super low latency, and when I selected that, it made everything too laggy. The stream would end up buffering for everyone. That's what they told me, at least. So... I just never tried it on this new setup, but maybe I should. I don't know. I should have done another heavy attack there. I don't know why I didn't. I want him to block me now. Sweet. Oh, man. Quickness. Damn it, dude. Alright. Some of those hits were my fault. A lot of these hits were my fault, actually. So, watch this. If I use a special one when the opponent's blocking, I actually lose my armor up buffs. I get an increased stun duration, but I lose my armor up buffs to do that. Which means you also lose the resistance in case that matters, which it actually, oh jeez, which it actually did matter in one of my tests that I'll show. Alright, so that was a pretty ugly attempt just on my part. Certainly could have done better than that, but I subscribed. Thank you. Is it 2025 already? How long was I in the bathroom? Yeah. Who are the other fights? Is there... Thing is one of them, right? Can I go somewhere else? About what time do you expect your video to be released? I'm looking very much forward to it. Probably not till, like, I had some issues with the rendering and stuff, so it's not going to be uploaded right after the stream. Holy crap, I just realized it's getting late already. It's not going to be uploaded right after the stream. It'll be, a good, like, 10 hours from now or something like that. Darkhawk and Thing. Oh, I got lucky. I wanted to go for Darkhawk, so that's good. Forgot about all this stuff, but whatever. Oh, he's tech also, so the same things. Okay. Well, oh. Okay. Well, I see why you didn't tell me to go Darkhawk at first, because of course you can't use heavy attacks against this guy. And of course, you don't really want to use specials to knock him down either, really. So you're just kind of screwed. He will not be useful for this fight. For the hell of it. I want to see if his heavy attack... No. I'll have to try to counter his heavy. I'll try one more time. Maybe I was too slow. Yeah, spacing... When not up against the wall, spacing is good, actually. No, he's back to full. Better BG in chat. Alright, Pixie Bell. Good night. Switch's best in a 6.4 run. Hector, good luck to you too, man. Okay, I don't know if Hulkbuster is good for the Abyss. I could have for sure played better, so we could chalk that one up to me just not playing very well. Before we go, I'm gonna put the points back in these masteries here. Let's do one more for fun fight against Winter Soldier with synergies and with 4 out of 5 assassin at least. Man, how MCOC been? Well, I took a break. Dude, MCOC's been doing good. I don't know how long you've been gone for, but overall, the game is thriving. Hard to say exactly, but it feels more popular than ever. Okay. So I don't know which is the best synergy setup for this guy. I haven't tested much in terms of synergies. Obviously, this is his strongest synergy, though, with Yellow Jacket here, because the other ones, this is defensive, up to 1,000 armor rating based on how low Hulkbuster's current health is. This one, each shock debuff reduces the opponent's offensive ability accuracy. You know what? Maybe a Mr. Fantastic. What's the tech synergy again? Yeah, it is Power Sting, so maybe this would be best. Maybe we'll go this route. What's his other synergies? That's right, just some crit rating and some health here. So we'll go with the Mr. Fantastic synergy, and then is there any better setup for this? What does She-Hulk have? Oh, there we go. Double crit. Perfect. Alright, so we've got 2 crit synergies. We have the Power Sting synergy here. I'm not sure how much the synergy is going to help, but whatever. We'll use it. And then launching specials to give me Fury buffs. Synergy. And this one doesn't matter. Let's go with this. Rev also has pre-fight to boost the shock damage. Does it boost shock damage? I always forget what this guy's pre-fight ability does. Reduces the effectiveness of the defender's regen and power gain effects. Reduce the potency of the defender's damage over time debuffs. Increase the potency of those effects against them by the same amount. Okay. I'm going to leave that off. Well, no, I'll activate it, I guess. We're going all out here. Why not? The reason why I said I was going to leave it off, though, is because if you look at Hulkbuster's abilities, most of his damage does not come from the shocks. He gets some, for sure. Each heavy attack is 1352. Plus, that's amplified by suicides and things like that. So, yeah, it certainly adds up. But Hulkbuster's heavies, they start critting for upwards of, 20+ thousand damage if you get the crits. And his specials deal some good damage and stuff. So the majority of his damage doesn't come from that. But, yeah, sure, why not? Let's activate it. We'll activate that one, and we'll activate this one as well. Actually boosts Omega Red's heavy degen, by the way. Okay. It doesn't increase the spore damage, though, does it? Because the degen is boosted by everything, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I can't remember, but I know the spores are different. Spores are like only boosted by like synergies or something. But okay, let's try this out. See if we get a good run here. Go for the special 2. I want him to block. Oh. Damn it, dude. Block. Alright, I lost my other thing, but that's alright. Okay, got a good attack into his block there. Okay, got it again. Okay. Man, almost sub 50 fight. Almost sub 50 hit. 52 hits. It's close, guys. It was close. BG, where's your gray hoodie from? I would like the exact one so I can play MCOC better. I don't know, man. My hoodies, this might be embarrassing to say, but I don't care, man. My mom buys all my clothes, guys. Not all of my clothes, but the hoodies, they, like, pretty much all of my hoodies, almost all of my hoodies, they're Christmas presents. That's like my Christmas gifts every year. So yeah. The other clothes I buy myself. She ain't buying my underwear and pants and stuff like that. BG, is Phoenix good for content? No, not really, man. You can, you can get content done with her, but she's not really good for content, no. Lots of champions better than Phoenix. So... no, I'll just talk about it. So, attacking into the opponent's block like that... when you activate the special into their block, the special 2, it fully power drains them. Um, and here's where I say that he's like similar to... Oh, geez, I guess we're going to spin out... The cracked egg is different here. What? Dude, I'll be so pissed if it's not an egg on the live servers anymore. I paid 300 units just for this crystal because it was an egg. I swear. I'll be so mad. Crap. What was I rambling on about here? We'll spin these things out. Okay, yeah. So the power drain when attacking into the opponent's block, that's one of the examples of when the champion really reminded me of Mysterio. It's an ability that, like, it's nice. And if I'm just fighting Winter Soldier, oh, I'm going for it, like, every time. But if I'm doing a real fight, man, I'm not going for it. You kidding me? I'm going to bait out specials. It's... Like, even if you throw the special after your first hit into the opponent's block, so that they don't special you while they're while they're blocking, you know what I mean? They might just fire that special before you actually hit their block. You might think you're safe to go in and you're not, and then you're dead. So I'm still baiting out specials normally when I'm playing Hulkbuster. Outside of, like I said, the easy situations like Realm of Legends, or, you know, if I'm just trying to make like a highlight reel or something. But yeah. Yo, Lags, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? BG, love all your videos. You inspired me to play the game again. Thank you for that. Dude, thank you, man. It's a pretty high compliment. Thank you very much. So given BG hates pants, his favorite movie, Free Willy? Jeez. There's a line from Free Willy that I will always remember. Dogs pee on brick walls. BG returning to Fort Loki anytime in future. Can't say for sure one way or another. Not at the moment, though. Almost got a 5-star. If this next legendary crystal is a ghost, I'm going to throw up on my phone and then delete MCOC forever. Did the crystal fake out. That's how you know it's going to be someone good. Brian, can you get a picture out of my head now? When visiting your mama, she cuts your food for you and wipes mouth if dribbles. Want a mama like that? Infinite underwear and socks? Hell yeah. No, man. She only buys me the hoodies. Not underwear and socks. She don't cut my food for me. I don't care, man. They're the best presents. Alright. Let's see. Okay, good. I can continue to play the game. We didn't get 5-star ghost out of the crystal. Hey BG, you love the new account gameplay. Maybe start a new account and just got Act 4 completion. Nice, man. Just curious, is the egg still unhatched? The egg is still unhatched, yes. It is still unhatched. One day it will open. We don't know when that day is going to be, but rumor has it the universe is going to end when that day does finally happen. Okay. Thought I saw something funny there. Alright, anyway though, guys. I don't know if this was a good idea or not, streaming the Hulkbuster beta. sharing my probably unpopular opinion on Hulkbuster. That I think he's just pretty good and not mind-blowingly super mega hype. Greatest champion in the game. Needs a nerf. Good. Kind of thing, you know? 'Cause I feel like less people are gonna watch the watch the video on Hulkbuster now. Less people are gonna care. Don't tell your friends what I said, guys. Let them know. Oh, I think Hulkbuster's the best, so they click on my video still. Fract 6 or Labyrinth is Guillotine 2099 good? Just pulled her as a 5-star. I don't know. I think she's good for those areas. I don't know exactly how good she is. The only thing I know about Guillotine 2099 is that she's not as good as people thought she'd be for the Abyss. But in Labyrinth, I think she's probably pretty good. And in Act 6, I'm sure she's useful, but I don't know to what extent, since I don't have her myself. Hulkbuster needs a nerf. Brian Grant, April 2020. I don't have friends, so I can't tell anybody. Oh, man. Initially unpopular, good sir. I personally enjoy your more critical assessments, and I think others do too. Hopefully that's the case. Both of you to see my friends, guys. You see you two in the chat, Blake or Steck and Austin. You two need to become friends. That way you each have a friend. But alright, on that note, guys, I'm out of here. I'll post the video showing a few other things. Some of it's gonna, you know, there might be some things that you saw the same here, but there's definitely some other things. I did take him against the Crossbones in 6.1 and stuff like that, so you'll see a little bit more in the video if you're curious about Hulkbuster. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Punchinator, Starlight, Lakers Bodyguard, Jay Nicholas, and Prophecy 508. Thank you all very much for being tonight's biggest D's. And good night, everybody. What champion would you buff if you had the choice? You know, I always used to say Storm, but now we're getting a new Storm. So I don't even know.